tropical sea, you'll be transported to an island paradise. Here is an Aegean paradise that modern man has never tampered with. A place where you can hear silence. A Greek island where the northern breeze takes all the ferocity out of the kiss of the hot sun. An undiscovered island, Thassos, bypassed by the holiday-making throngs through the long, sun-drenched years. Just drink in the slow-paced peace that still exists in this community. One by one, the Greek islands have opened to the tourist trade, sprouting a fringe of brand new villas, acquiring a ribbon of motor roads. Thassos, the northernmost of them, resisted this trend. It was easy because for 6 months in the year, through the slow centuries, there were no boats from the mainland calling at this forgotten outpost. Thassos was bypassed by the scurry of modern life. To a surprising, delightful degree, it still is. But Thassos is changing. The holidaymakers have found it at last. Patty Pick's magic carpet has brought you to the last of the lost islands to witness the transformation that is taking place, undetectable at first glance. It'll take many coachloads of visitors to change the slow tempo of a way of life that has gone on unaltered through generations. There'll be no newfangled beehives here for 50 years, because baskets are plenty good enough. But subtly, there's at least a breeze of change in the island air. This is the new industry that the tourist trade has brought to Thassos. Primitive enough, but it's new. They're building villas, hotels, restaurants. This Rip Van Winkle Island is waking up to find that it really is part of the 20th century. There's the hot sun and that northern breeze to dry the bricks, and up in the hills fine marble and chestnut wood to give elegance to the new holiday towns and the ritzy apartments that now stud the old villages. What would you call it? Progress or sacrilege? Should such sleeping beauty have such an awakening? Last year there was no regular boat here between the mainland and the island, and few travellers ever clapped eyes on its vineyards and olive groves. Its beauty was only known to visiting fishermen. Now Thassos is growing and opening up. There's a daily steamer now, all through the summer months. There's still silence up in the Marble Mountains. You can roam alone in the remote countryside, but more and more the splash of modern life is reaching its beaches. The scurry has caught up with the lost island, and the holiday visitors are surging in from all four corners. Once, Athens was generations away from Thassos. Now, it's a short, scheduled journey. The villagers welcome the change that has overwhelmed their island. It spells prosperity. It brings with it animation and laughter. The sun dictates the slow tempo of life that the most boisterous of tourists fail to alter. Visitors merge into the scenery and slip into the gentle rhythm of Aegean life and the island's song.
Κουράστηκες, το ξέρω να αγαπάς. Πρώτα στιγμή χωρίς εμένα δεν περνούσε. Τώρα γυρεύεις αφορμή αλλού να πας. Τι φταίω εγώ αν σ' αγαπώ κι αν σε λατρεύω ακόμα. Κι αν το κρύψω ή αν το πω, έχει καρδιά δικό της στόμα. Τι φταίω εγώ αν σ' αγαπώ, τι κι αν πονώ κι αν κλαίω, και σαν παιδί καρδιοχτυπώ. Αγάπη μου, τι φταίω.
Not long ago, there were islanders who'd never seen a motor car. There's been no such change as this since the first Ionians landed here in their kikes, 8 centuries before Christ. There's a saying on the island that if you stay a month, you become a native of the place. And if you stay 2 months, you forget that any other place in the world exists. So relax and go native on the sunniest beach you'll ever find. No, it's not sacrilege turning Thasos into a holiday playground. It's an island that is just noticing that it needs people to fill it with fun and happiness, to bring its bays and its beauty to life, to provide appreciation for its unending loveliness. The last lost island has well and truly been discovered, invaded, transformed, developed, put most emphatically on the tourist